Okay guys, back to the second part of section 5.8 in Algebra 1. We're going to do our second inequality word problem. I'm on page 209 of my text. Algebra 1 for Christian schools, second edition. Third edition covers same basic material, a little bit laid out differently, but it's still good for you. You can use any other text as well. And our lame joke for this video is, what time is it when 12 cats chase after a mouse? Well, it's 12 after 1, which I think is extremely lame, but that's about the best I can do. Okay, our second example here says, the difference between a number and 25 is less than 82. What could the number be? The difference between a number and 25 is less than 82. What could the number be? Now, when we've done these types of problems before, the question is said, what is the number? And that's because when we have an equation or an equality, there's only one value that is going to be true for that particular relationship. But when we say that the difference has to be less than 82, there's an infinite number. There are an infinite number of possible solutions there. So that's why they phrase the problem and say, what could the number be? Because there's a broad range of choices. So let's simply say, let x equal the number that we are looking for, the number. So, what special words do we have here? We have difference. The difference between a number and 25, difference, as you know quite well by now I would hope, is simply subtraction. The difference is the solution to a subtraction problem. So the difference between a number and 25 is at least, I believe, does that say, is less than 82. The difference between a number and 25 is less than 82. Straight inequality that you're solving, you add 25 to both sides of this inequality, and you have your solution, 82 plus 25. X has to be less than 107. So as long as x is less than 107, then you're going to end up with a true inequality. Well, what happens if we have x is negative 15? Could that possibly work? Negative 15 minus 25, is that less than 82? Yes. A negative 40 is certainly less than 82. Okay? Well, let's change this problem around here just a little bit. What if, instead of saying that the difference of a number and 25 is less than 82, we said the difference of a number and 25 is, let me see, at least 82. At least. Same thing, the difference between a number and 25, difference is the result of a subtraction problem. The difference between a number and 25 is at least 82. You know, the spread between them, and you would use a problem like this if you're with air traffic control rules. The distance between airplanes would have to be at least a certain specified distance. So at least 82, that means it could be 82. That's the equals part of it, but at least 82 is going to be greater than or equal to. That's where this at least thing comes in. I talked about this in the first video for this section. Said at least is greater than or equal to, at most is less than or equal to. And where we tend to get confused on these is we equate at least to be less than, at most to be more than or greater than, and that's not what we're talking about. At least 82 means 82 is your baseline. Anything over that is acceptable as well. So here we have x less than 25 is greater than or equal to 82. Again, we're going to add 25 to both sides of this inequality. When I add 25 here, I have that x is going to be greater than or equal to 107. So here, negative 15 wouldn't work, because if I took negative 15, again, negative 15 minus 25 is a negative 40, and negative 40 is clearly not greater than or equal to 107. Let's see what happens with 107. 107 minus 25, is that greater than or equal to 82? What's 107 minus 25? It's 82. And 82 is not greater than 82, but it is equal to it, so the problem works. And then let's say 125. Is 125 minus 25 greater than or equal to 82? Well, yes, of course, 100 is greater than or equal to 82. So our solution now to how we change the problem would be x is greater than or equal to 107. So that's the end of the illustrations that we have for section 5.8. If you have difficulties, send me a text. If there's something that you want me to illustrate, I'll make a personal video for you. This is spoken primarily to my kids here in my homeschool co-op. But send me a text, let me know if you're having difficulties, and I'll see you next week.